Mr. President, it appears the forces that we sent to the Blue Embassy have managed to take control. Shortly, our forces will be striking on the Green Embassy. We already have air operations going in, trying to soften up their defenses. I will let you know the outcome of this battle in a few hours. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 8 of Army Men Plastic Wars. So, in the previous episode, we saw that the Oranges are taking back the land that they lost in the first Plastic Wars, and at the same time that they're attacking the Green Embassy slash military base, whatever you want to call it, they're attacking the Blues. So, before attacking the Blue Embassy, or not the, I gotta mix it around. So they attack the Blues. As they're attacking the Blues, they're also attacking the Greens, and the Greens, before they launched out the remaining assault, they did an aerial bombardment, blowing up some parts of the city, just like making like a mess, pretty much. They have over 400 infantrymen loaded out with the same platoons that they had from the last episode, with the leader having a G36, a bunch of barrels, bazooka, M60, flamethrower, and a bunch of Garands. So they have over 400 units to attack. The Greens, they have M1 Garands, M3 Grease Guns, Thompsons, MG34s. Yeah, there's the Thompson right there. And they just have this like nice line of trench, this nice trench line. Ooh, that looks really nasty in that water. They have another line of trench. They have another trench line over here. They have a machine gunner up here, along with a piece of artillery that'll hopefully try to keep the Oranges back. They have soldiers up on this wall, and they have a bunch of soldiers up here on the buildings, in the buildings, next to them, just all around the buildings. And hopefully it'll make for an entertaining battle watching them fight through these buildings, building by building. They have a few medics inside of this detailed church. It's a very nice church. Hopefully this church will kind of be like a good, like one of the final buildings that'll have a final stand. They have this MG nest up here in this little cylinder part of the building. I'm not sure what you call that. They have some soldiers set up in the rubble. And the Green Embassy has this extremely loud fountain, but it's also full of a bunch of soldiers. Hopefully they'll make for a good final stand. And they also have some more soldiers in these houses in the back. Some more guys over here. But they also have this piece of artillery that I'm hoping will funnel the Oranges into actually fighting through the buildings, and not just have them rush down the middle, kill the embassy, kill these last guys, and like leave a whole bunch of guys over here unkilled. So without stalling for more time, let's start the battle, but on 1 speed, because we'll start it on 4 speed so the soldiers can get a little bit closer, then we'll move it to 1 speed. I didn't script them properly, so they're just walking at normal speed to the things. But once they get there, they'll all engage in like normal fighting. Alright, now they're being shot at. I'm gonna drop it down to 1 speed. Over here, they're already being shot at. Switch to the green point of view. So the Greens to see a whole horde onslaught of orange soldiers attacking their little embassy that they have there. Now, almost already everyone in this line of trenches over here too have been killed. The Oranges are kind of stagnating up on this hill, on the road, on that river. But hopefully they'll be moving forward. They're moving across here. I'm not really sure where all the action is. It looks like a lot of fighting kind of has stagnated with the oranges. We'll try to group up some of them so they actually begin to... What is that? Alright. Let's go back to over here. We see that a lot of the trench kind of died. There's not that many people still defending, but this part of the trench is like almost a-okay. Over here and over here, the rushing oranges gave him for a run for the money. How many kills did this get? 11. Okay, so they did a decent job. Now this artillery piece, it's probably not going to do anything. Honestly, I have no clue what it's doing. I'll fire it for them. We watch that shot. Completely sold over. Miss. Oh, it killed one guy back there. One kill. I don't know why, but the guy got off of it. It doesn't appear to be damaged. Oh, maybe just because his partner died. So switching back to the trenches. The oranges kind of aren't really able to move forward because of this horrific green defense. Oranges are kind of stagnated inside of this little I don't know what you'd call this. Got water towers bleeding water. Bleeding water. I'm gonna try to bunch up some of these guys. Now the guys over here, they like to get stuck on this, so I'm going to try to move them. You still see the battle somewhat. Oh, actually, so the oranges are pushing up through the river. Don't know what happened here. Looks like they're swimming. Some of them are up there trying to get some cheap shots over at the greens. Oranges over here are pushing, kind of like pinching the green trench line. Not too many greens. Oh, I take it back once again. There are still plenty of greens. It's just that a lot of them are being big babies, so not doing anything. Alright, so the greens, they're kind of all hiding, basically popping up to do really nothing. I hear a machine gun going off, don't know where. If you guys have any like feedback on like my camera work, that'd be nice. Because I feel like I'm kind of bouncing around a lot, not really focusing on anything. We can just watch this little corner. Over there, we can see the oranges kind of switching their focus over where. Ooh, first orange to actually make it across the river. Oh yeah, it just seems like they're focusing some other place. Back over to the trench line. It looks like most of the people in the trench died. There's still a few survivors. There's this guy. These 4 guys. 3 guys. 2 guys. Alright, I was waiting for it to be 1 guy. Whatever. They got this whole group over here. I'll just leave them there. It's because there's a hill there, so they can't really do anything. Pushing over to this building. I think the greens side of it are trying to give the oranges push back. This is the longest they've ever hung up on the first trench line in the playtest that I've done. We can have this flamethrower troop actually do what they're intended to. We'll move it up to 2 speed so it's a little bit more bearable. The other flamethrower got the memo and just clearing out the trenches so the... Oh! I set a guy on fire by accident. Oopsie daisy. It's whatever. Alright. A lot of the greens run out in absolute agony, screaming, yelling. It's a terrible thing. I've only ever seen like 3 guys ever survive getting hit by a flamethrower. And that's because they're usually like on the edge of the flamethrower hit and they are at like full health. Alright. So it looks like the trench has been taken care of. There's not really any greens left up here in the front. We'll move this guy out and over. Hopefully he doesn't die. They took out that guy by complete association. Let's try to look at some of the deaths right now. Yellows are greens, reds are oranges. Watching their approach as they cross the street. I don't believe any of them have... Oh, no. There's a guy right there. Oh, and there's someone back there. So a few oranges have crossed the street. This piece of artillery still has not done anything. I think they're just getting ready for the oranges to get in sight. So coming back to the oranges. Not really doing much. Let's send a few this way. Let's get some of the guys that are kind of hung up back there, moving up. I'm gonna try to get this guy out. There he goes. Back to the battle. Alright, so the oranges are entering this building. Kind of engaging with the greens that are across the street. Now, I heard some flash shatter. I'm not quite sure what happened, but something did happen. Oh, there's one green trying to make a final stand. And he goes down, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depends on who you're rooting for. So the oranges are kind of just running around, not really doing much. Probably because they're stagnated for the troops still up in the buildings. Yeah, like overall, there aren't that many greens left. I mean, they're kind of just bunched up in some of the buildings, and the oranges, they lost a whole crap ton of guys. Well, not that many, but they still lost a ton of guys. So, looking forward, we can watch from the street as the oranges advance. So, they're trying to get through this. Oh, they actually... Oh, no, they didn't. They killed that guy, not that. This guy, he is broken. Try to see if he can do something. Because he's kind of stuck up in the attic of this building, and unless they blow it up or set it on fire, nothing's really going to happen. This guy, I guess he believes that there's no more enemies, so he's just going to walk straight forward like that. Same thing going on in a lot of areas. Oh, I mean, I guess that's somewhat believable for the oranges. Try to send a few groups down. What the hell? Try to send a few groups down this way so they can get on with the action on the church. Send some guys this way so they can get on the action over there. I still don't believe that this thing is fired. I'm just waiting for the day it will. Looking over, there's greens in the bushes, and they are firing. They're getting all the oranges that decided to come down the road. Oh, I haven't made them, but no. Oranges coming down. Maybe they'll cut through this little alleyway. We're seeing a lot of their troopers to just some greens hiding in the bush. What now? I thought that guy had more than one bullet, you know. This thing's gonna push forward. Alright, let's watch this develop. Oranges running through, absolutely just massacring those poor guys. This guy, they still haven't got his name, but I think they're about to. Orange is running out, getting domed. Alright, that guy just got killed. Ooh, I believe that fired, and it blows up, killing. I'm not quite sure how many. Looks like 8. Here, let's look. Killing 8, yes. Now the oranges are gonna kind of have to cope with the fact that there's now artillery firing at them, so they might want to get off of the streets. Looking over at the church, looks like the oranges have killed all the greens that were down in the cemetery, and they're not firing up at those guys. Firing again, wiping out how many? Another 11. We're gonna force these guys to kind of like not bunch up, because honestly bunching up is probably the worst thing they could do. So looking over at the greens, they're trying to do one final stand. I think they have some Sterlings up here. I believe that's what was firing. Yeah, that's a Sterling. Dies, drops it down there. This guy with the Sterling trying to fire it back. And the oranges are approaching. This guy's still somehow not dead. 2 kills. So the last green to do a stand. The 3 medics in the church are still awaiting. Hopefully they won't get killed. Now this thing, I believe it fired again. I didn't hear it, but it looks like it killed another 11 people. So I just want to see it take out the building over here. I'm gonna point it right over and shoot it, because the destruction physics in this game are a little fun. Oh, I missed. Oh. Killed 13 people with that, but I'd like to see this building actually get shot, rather than, you know, the people. So, oranges are approaching from that building. One of the soldiers is now dead, so reloading is going to take a little bit longer. Still alive. I didn't even get to shoot it. Great. But I'll just fire it after the battle, just so we can watch that building come down. Orange is approaching over here. There's a flamethrower. That'd be nice. Then you could burn down the whole building. There's only a few bastions of greens left. We will watch what happens once the oranges enter the church. A few greens over here, kind of like doing a last stand, but for now, well, this guy actually has a flamethrower. Burning down a church doesn't seem like the best idea. So they're gonna run in, catch these guys completely off guard, or maybe not. Maybe they'll fire back. No, they don't. The green medics kind of get massacred. Oh! Killing 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Will this last guy get him? Probably not. So he did not. So we are gonna have to flamethrower. Set himself on fire and then he got shot in the ass. So that's what happens when you try to burn down a church, I guess. Send these guys in. The express task. Alright, let's actually look at what's going on. So the howitzer is still alive somehow. Killed 59 people total. It does look like they are attacking the embassy, but I just kind of want to get this really fast before they completely wipe out the embassy. Hitting that building, knocking it down. Alright, the embassy, from what it appears, it looks like the oranges mainly were back here firing at soldiers who were cooped up inside, and a few did manage to approach. And if they had a flamethrower, they could symbolically burn it down, symbolizing that they got kicked out or whatever. But one of the last greens, hopefully he'll do something, not just sit there. Oranges bunched up over here. Oh, looks like they did take him. Oh no, he's still alive. Over here, fires once again at this building. This last guy is kind of being shot at. I'll pick him off of there. Gets hit directly if a rocket. Doesn't even care. Right, so with him being one of the last few greens, he does go down. Not before taking 60 oranges out with him. This medic has 10 kills. I'm not quite sure how. There's a machine gunner back here with 13 kills. Oh, I missed it, but the oranges did rush in and take out this medic who was trying to do a final stand. Now there's still a few guys back here who are refusing to cooperate with the memo. Maybe you can watch this guy get some final kills. I don't believe they know that he's here. We will put it in normal motion. They figured out that he's there. And he is firing! Having got another kill or two. just then. He has a level 4 veterancy. Ooh. Alright. Took down just one extra orange before ultimately getting killed. Yeah. That seems to be the battle. So the oranges have taken back most of their island. There may be still a couple holdouts. Any blue and green soldiers are fighting for their life, trying to get off of the island, trying to return to their homeland. Uh, the tans will probably now give back their like military bases that they had, and the oranges will now join up on the side of the tans and grays. So with this battle kind of being over, we can move over to a different front. Maybe we'll see oranges there. Maybe we'll see tans and grays finally like together in more battles. This church is on fire. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was the guy that I kind of shot with a flamethrower earlier. I don't want to stall. Absolutely no greens left. That's it. Whole crap ton of tan. I'm stalling. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in episode 9 of Armament Classic Wars. Here's an extra quick clip. I forgot to show off the casualties. Orange is dead over here. Green's dead over here. Yellows are oranges. Reds are greens. Moving forward, just a lot of dead green defense. Some alleyways and areas where the oranges were taken out by either artillery fire or the green defense. Not really losing that many, but they did lose a lot in the beginning. Some people died over here because of that piece of artillery. Like up here in the church is where that one medic had his final stand, and I believe that is it. In the embassy, and this is where I just recorded the intro cinematic. See ya.